If you think about how important our homes are to us and how much time we spend furnishing them, it almost seems unimaginable that people used to live their lives roaming. They were unsettled. I believe that some of us can still feel this nomadic nature. It is a sense for adventure, a fundamental trust in people unknown to us. I believe that whatever is waiting beyond the next mountain is worth exploring. You've probably heard of Greece, the country that, from what we know today, some 2,500 years ago has established the first primitive democracy which lasted, a country with obviously a rich history. After all, it was the antique legendary figure Europa who stranded in Greece and gave our continent the name it has today. I arrived here by ship. My plan was to follow the Pindus mountain range south. Even though the mountains seem inhospitable at times, remainders of human civilization are hard to overlook. One can find isolated villages, neglected roads to connect them. Especially imposing are the monasteries of Meteora, of course. The men living here are indeed quite close to the heavens. Setting off in the morning, not knowing where I'm going to sleep in the evening. As in earlier travels, I took my tent and sleeping bag with me. There are few better things than a sunset high in the mountains than a cold bath provided by nature. Simple life, admittedly, a reminder of what really matters to me. It wasn't always easy, of course. Some roads have simply been washed away. There were good reasons to turn around. As a good friend once said, for enduro riding with your motorcycle, you need a whole union of guardian angels. This time, they were with me. the mountains, at times, I've been alone for hundreds of kilometers. Not a single body, but one or the other shepherd. Luckily, drinking water mostly wasn't a problem. The chain needed adjustment. Apart from that, my motorcycle didn't skip out on me. I was mesmerized by the meadowy ridges of the Agraffa. For me as an Austrian, it is in the mountains where nature shows its most ravishing side. On the steep slopes, humans have not yet had the chance to have a remarkable impact. It was here where I found the most challenging sections. I will always remember the rocky ascent to Mount Jonah. Where the mighty mountain range of central Greece meets the sea, one can find Delphi. Antique Greeks used to travel here for weeks to ask an intoxicated priestess in the temple of Apollo for guidance. People seem to have listened to her. After the oracle prophesies to the king that his son is going to kill him, he went on piercing the newborn's feet and leaving him in the mountains, according to legend. The son was Oedipus, on a side note. I was on my way east now. The incandescent climate made me travel faster than I used to. The DR engine's at times low-revving rumble, at times unsettled rattle, already well known to me, gave me peace of mind. What was waiting for me was a glimmering metropolis, Athens. A city dominated by its antique castle hill, the famous Acropolis. Greece was recently making news with a big economic crisis. People use the euro currency here, same as in most of the EU. For travelers like me, this comes convenient at least. Unfortunately though, almost a quarter of the Greek population can't find official employment. In my country this number is down to a 20th. All this is a good reason to travel Greece. was time to restack my supplies and repair eventual damages. My header pipe and engine guard needed welding. It's hard to imagine, but a couple of millennia before classical antiquity, there was another high culture on the Peloponnese. History books keep reminding us with the Lion Gate of the Mycenaean culture. The walls of this town fortress are built noticeably more massive. Impressively, Mycenaean pottery was found as far afield as northern Italy, where I had arrived from.
You reckon?
To reach Cape Tenero, a travel destination on the Peloponnese Peninsula, I had to cross the Painan Mountains and Taygetus first.
To remember.
A storm was approaching. Luckily, I found shelter in a small Greek Orthodox mountain chapel. Tomato soup allayed my hunger. Cape Tenero is the second most southern point of mainland Europe after the Spanish Punta de Tarifa at the Strait of Gibraltar and the southernmost point of the Balkan Peninsula. The end of this rocky tongue of land is marked by a lighthouse. Cape is my travel goal. It was easy to get in a summer holiday mood on the Peloponnese, but back in Patras I had a ship to catch. In between olive gardens and the coast I started to head back north.
Bye guys!
Greece is a fascinating country with incredibly friendly people, especially in the less touristy regions. I want to warmly recommend a journey to this place to everyone. What an adventure it was.